Hello, and welcome to Ember's Guiding Light. I am Ember, a student of the universe, a weirdo on the internet, and somebody who just might have a message for you today. I do not come in warmed up for my readings. I just dive right in and see where it takes me, because that seems to be my style of reading. So, do I know who this is for yet? No, but I trust that Spirit is guiding in my collective as we speak. We are calling it in, feeling it out, and we're going to discover what we're talking about together. Okay? I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck first, and I may be also supplementing in with the Little Witch Oracle deck. I haven't decided yet. And then there also might be some tarot. We're going to see where this leads me. The reading that I'm feeling called to do today, though, is kind of looking at where you've been and like where you're at now. I don't want to do like a predictive. I like to do just like really recognizing where we are in our journey at this time, who we are, who I'm talking to, what we're moving through, and really being present. Because I think oftentimes we get so stuck in the past or stuck in the future that we don't take the time to recognize where we are right now. Okay? Okay, I'm feeling like I need to do the Little Witch for who you've been. And then the archetype. So I'm going to start actually with the Little Witch, the people. Okay? It's not really someone saying something. It's a feeling, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. There aren't too many of these cards, so I'm just going to fan them out like this, and okay, this one here. The teacher. I've been getting this one a lot. So something in your past energy is the teacher, and the archetype who associated with that for you. We'll get a little bit more. These cards don't like to slide into each other for me. There was a little bit of resistance. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to tilt you down a little bit. Don't mind the mess, but so you can see, because with this deck, I really like thumbing through and feeling for the vibration. So I'm just going to feel it out. Teacher, archetype, where we are presently for the teacher. One's coming through, but I'm not sure if it's just one. Hold on. Ow. Hi. Okay. Okay, there's two. Interesting. The siren and the animal. Okay. The teacher, the siren, the animal. What an interesting combination. Okay, I'm going to start reading from the book for the teacher, and then we'll get the book for the animal and the siren, and see how this all comes together. Trying something different. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see. We'll see if you see this. The teacher, learning, growth, and guidance. The teacher is a source of wisdom who appears when you need to learn and grow. This might be an actual teacher or mentor, a counselor, or a trusted friend. Other times, the teacher might appear in the form of a book, an idea, or even an obstacle in life. Whatever form the teacher takes, you will be a wiser person after encountering them. The teacher suggests you have an important lesson to learn. Receiving the teacher card means someone or something in your life wants to help you become the best version of yourself. It is time to ask for advice or seek out a teacher who you trust. Listen to the people around you who might have something helpful to share. When interacting with the teacher, it's important to offer them respect. While you don't have to agree with everything they say, try and pay attention and listen with an open mind. And remember, the most important lessons can sometimes come from the most unexpected people and places. Okay? Yeah, we definitely have a journey of learning and growth. Like the siren and the animal feels like such a strange combination to me. With the I didn't even realize it's number 18 and 19. It's one after the other. You saw how I pulled it. They're not in order. That's interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. The siren, the temptress, the seducer, the femme fatale. This, like, me peeking out. Seductress over here. The siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters. And the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, down, down to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option. Unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. When in light, awakened sensuality, absorption, and arousal. When in dark, wickedness, adultery, wreckage, betrayal, and insatiability. I'm going to read the animal and then we'll pull it all together, okay? The animal, the beast, the wild one, the she-wolf. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. First line is we are mammals. The hair on our chest and between our legs reminds us so. We try hard to deny our unrefined animalistic nature, yet through this archetype we tap into power and direction. Activating the animal within means reawakening our relationship to nature in the most broad and embodied sense, drinking from waterfalls, roaring at the moon, opening eyes underwater, eating berries from the vine. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs, and remember the warm blood that pulses through our veins. The animal longs for breath, food, procreation, and physicality. It wants soil under our nails and starlight on our skin. If all this sounds terribly unsophisticated to you, take note that it is said that when Buddha became enlightened, he roared like a great lion. When in light, vital, elemental, alive, dances. When in dark, savagery, pent-up emotion, and lashing out. Okay. Oh my goodness. So what I'm getting from this is that your past, your emotions, your base needs have something they need to teach you. And with this, we're currently in Mercury in retrograde in Cancer, and oh boy, has my emotional depths been calling me to learn things. So this isn't rooted specifically in a timeline. If you're seeing this outside of that, that is okay. The message still stands, even though it's like we use elements of where we're moving through to teach a lesson, but the story reaches you when it reaches you. If that makes sense. Okay? So there's something you're being called to learn and understand by diving into your own depths and understanding your most basic, fundamental version of yourself. I was curious how this was all going to come together. I was like, the animal, the siren, and the teacher? What? There's something you're being called to learn emotionally. I'm going to pull out the tarot and see if I can get a little bit more on what are we trying to learn here? What is our past trying to teach us with our baser needs, diving into our emotions? This is the Fyodor Pavlov deck. A lot of the art is very exposed, so I will have to cover a lot of it, unfortunately, but it's my favorite deck. It's so beautiful. Can you tell me a little bit more about this? I'm going to do one at a time, starting with the teacher. Can you tell me about the teacher and the lesson? This card just flipped as I was doing that. The burdens that you carried. 10 is the end of a story in the tarot. There are, bottom of the deck. Okay. Courage and strength. There's the Six of Wands reversed and the Strength reversed. There's something about you putting a weight down that you've been carrying. With the siren, the animal here, and the lessons that you're learning, it feels like an emotional burden that you've been carrying, that you've been trying so hard to uphold. And it's time to lay that burden down, okay? Can you give me something on the siren? A little bit more on the siren. That call to dive into our depths. Siren, the Eight of Swords. Being trapped in the mind. Feeling stuck in your situation. Eight of Swords. Something heavy that you're feeling stuck in. And the animal, I think, is going to be what sets us free. Can you tell me about the animal, please? Ooh, okay, I have 3 cards. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. I don't know which way this is going to show in the recording. The first card that came out on the start of the direction was Death, the Tower, and the Page of Cups reversed. There's an end, a big end. You've known it's coming. You've been resisting it. And you're trying everything you can to avoid it, to carry the weight, to stay trapped in the cycle, to not acknowledge the emotional depths that need to be expressed. It's time to express them. You're holding on to a false sense of security. And that tower is going to come crumbling down. Can you tell me about the tower, a little bit more about the tower, please? Okay, quite a few came out. I'm just going to take the top one. But there was the Star, the 3 of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Swords reversed, Ace of Coins, and 5 of Swords reversed. But seeing like the Death Tower, Page of Cups, and then when I asked more about the Tower, getting the 10 of Cups specifically, what I'm seeing is like your idea of what you want it to be. Like trying to find that emotional fulfillment in your life and completing the story. Hold on. By the emotional expression, by the creation. You might be an artist like me. I've been creating art as a way to help with my expression. By learning to use your voice again to create in any way that you can, writing, painting, poetry, making videos, various forms of creation, that's what brings you to your fulfillment. So whatever structures you've had in place, you're learning to let go of them. We're going to dive into our depths, figure out who we are, where we're going at our deepest self. Okay. What do we have at our disposal for diving into this depth in us, our most base self? What tools are available for us? Dun, dun, down in our soul, finding our lost dimension. Down, down, down in our soul. The ring. I'm also hearing the promise. I think that's maybe an engagement or something. The ring, the infinite, the wheel, the connection. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. I'm seeing a spiral, like really intensely. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. So much can be projected into this archetypal image because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is the micro and macro united. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your figure. Oh, Jesus, I'm struggling to say that. Connectedness, humility, and sacred cycles when in light, unconscious repetition, starvation for connection when dark. Girl, gender non-specific. I have been starving for connection. Oh my god. And we got the figure 8, the infinite, the rings coming together. In the book here, the ring connection. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna go with tarot again. Can you add on to the ring for me, please? The ring in connection to the lessons we're learning. Knight of Swords reversed. Rushed decisions made in haste. Recklessness. A past choice made in reckless haste. Are you still bound to this and we're walking away from it? I mean, clearly you should. Are we still bound to this past? Probably because of the emotion. Two of Pentacles always has that like infinite balance in it. Figure 8. It's not as literal in this one, in this particular deck, but Can you tell me a little bit more about this Two of Pentacles? Thank you. Two of Wands reversed, 2 twos. Are you rushing a decision? This feels like rushing a decision without the proper planning. Like you're not coming at it with a balanced mindset. You're not learning from your past experiences. You may be letting past fear and expectation keep you stuck. Okay? But the ring is the tool. Hold on. I'm not getting anything from that. What do I want to use to help make sense of this? So this is a tool that's going to help, is what I said. But then everything else feels like it's not helpful. Now I'm a little confused. Sword. This one also has that kind of tower energy to it. Sword. I mean, that one I take quite literally. Oh, and then the Knight of Swords. The Sword, the Knight of Swords. Is this... That feels like we need to be cutting ties with something. Is that what you're trying to say? There's something we need to... that we're still stuck on that we need to cut ties with? Walk away. That one jumped out of the deck. Walk away. There is something you are still deeply energetically tied to that you need to step away from. Okay? It's... I was confused for a second there. I'm like, what's going on here? But yeah, change your perspective. Change this perspective for sure. Yeah, there's a emotional depth diving into baser needs, trying to teach us something, following that siren's call deeper, down, down, down. That's the 8 and 18. Something about that feels, connected in this descent. They're going away from all of this to find their 10 of Cups. They're at the 8 of Cups. It's not quite meeting what they were hoping for, and they're walking away. But you feel a bit stuck. Is there... You can cut that away. I'm gonna do the where and just get kind of like what where you're at in this. Get a little bit more of the scene, the location, what is going on here? I'd like to know. the box. Feeling trapped. I am a man in a box. Oh, that one too. The womb. Okay. Okay, it kind of feels like what's going on here with both the box and the womb is like, and this like transition, this change. You, and this, the box and the box and the box and the box, and I said there was that like spiral I was seeing. It's like you felt trapped in this repeating patterns again and again and again. I'm just feeling very, very stuck, but this blocked energy that you've been wanting to get out of, you've been wanting to frigging cut your way out of, but your time there has been gestating you, basically. It's like you were a little baby in the womb that was you're just in there like fighting. You're tumbling around. Your poor mom is just like, dear God, can you stop moving? And you're like, I have got to get out of here. But you needed that time for growth. Okay? So what I'm seeing with that, I'm going to add on a little bit with the tarot, the woman, the hello. The hanged man really wants to stay out. Okay. The womb and the box. The womb and the box together. I didn't say it. Oh, yeah. This one I can't show most of this card, okay? We got the devil. The devil underneath has the lovers tied up together on either side. One is fully seems like submitted to the draw of the devil, and the other one is trying to break free of their chains. Wow, that's a lot of major arcana too. Like the Tower, Death, the Hanged Man, and the Devil. One more with the Devil. One more. Is this something like the Hell Loops? The Hell Loops. This is something I've talked about before on my channel. More in my like feelings videos. Not sure if you have seen those or not. They're more of an emotional diary than anything. But we can find ourselves in these situations where when you don't learn from your past, you will repeat it. Now, this isn't something new or revolutionary. This isn't like my great wisdom from the cards. This. Oh, we know. We know. As a reminder, drink water. I know you're not drinking enough water. Drink your water. But I'm gonna get a little vulnerable. I like just using what I'm learning personally to help you understand your life. Because when I can use my examples, I can help clarify things. In my case, this energy right here, that is definitely me. I am someone that overperforms, overgives, almost a degree to resentment, where I will sacrifice so much and not ask for anything in return and just pour until there is nothing left for me emotionally, until my emotional well is so dried up that I can't even create. That's awful. I've been making so much more art now. Now that I am like learning to care for myself, but I'm still not where I need to be, and I thank my Mr. Molasses for reminding me to stop overpouring. He won't do this. He's a busy man. But what was I trying to say? I get stuck in patterns of overworking, overgiving, exhaustion, burnout. And it's because I learned at a young age the ways in which I had to perform to feel safe. Now, was this something that my parents intended to instill in me? Probably not. But it's not what you mean to teach your children. It's what they're picking up to keep them feeling safe. And if you're not aware enough of their inner world, you won't know that that's what they're learning. So I learned to not have needs, to not express myself, to be small and quiet, out of the way. And if I am present, that I am overworking to receive validation, and that it makes me feel so stuck, icky, trapped, and also like I'm constantly gonna get in trouble if I'm not maintaining a damn near perfection. And I repeated that. With a intense expectation on people I'm in relationships with, all the while beyond overperforming in those relationships. I do it in my workplace with an absolute terror that if I do anything wrong, I'm going to be fired, I'm going to get in trouble, everything's going to and I'm learning to let that go. Facing those fears, which is not easy when your nervous system is responding as I am in genuine danger. They're this small child that does not want to go to sleep and they are screaming in the downstairs. It's bedtime, it's okay, little one. We learn these ways of survival, and it keeps us trapped. And you need to go back into your past. What did you learn from the teachers around you, your parents, your mentors, your guardians? Everyone around you was teaching you something. And not all of it is true. Not all of it is stuff that you should be bound to. And until you understand those cycles and learn where to cut, you're either going to keep repeating those cycles, or you might end up hurting someone, hurting people that you don't intend to, with this act of recklessness, because you're not acknowledging what's going on. You know, every sword, these swords are double-edged for a reason. The light and the dark, there's such intensity here. And if you resist that change, if you fight that death of a version of you that you needed to survive, it will hold you back. It will keep you from your joy. It will prevent you from reaching your 10 of Cups true emotional fulfillment. You will always be left wanting. Okay? So it's time to recognize the cycles, the patterns, the loops, the things which you have been bound to. The things which you are literally tied to. Things that have been instilled in you since birth, since the womb, throughout your whole life. Dive deep into that. This Cancer Mercury retrograde is an excellent catalyst for this. I started the retrograde literally not being able to stop crying. I cried genuinely 15 times in a 24-hour span, and that a part of that time I was sleeping. So because I was sleeping, I was not crying, but I would wake up, start crying, and I was a friggin' mess. Thankfully, I bought Kleenex like a day or two before. I was so happy I got the good Kleenex with the lotion. To take care of myself. Okay. This is a genuine lesson on going into yourself, going into your past, where you're keeping yourself trapped. You're not meant to live your life in a box. You are not meant to live your life with the burdens and the expectations and the exhaustion that was passed down to you. You get to learn how to break free from that. And that is a beautiful thing. Okay? So let's see if we got. It is the 4th of July, so if you're hearing explosions around, I'm good. I'm just in America. This is the why. One of these. I think it's this one. The truth. The truth will set you free. The actual, factual reality. This is Aletheia. And it says, this is genuinely the core, most fundamental truths. We have all these stories in our head, all of these ideas of what was and the experience, and you're being asked to look at it from a new lens, to change your perspective on it, to find the genuine truth of it all. While Aletheia is black and white, I'm hearing that not everything is black and white. We got the Aletheia black and white, the sword with the slight dark. But in my head, I'm hearing not everything is black and white. There is a deeper story to all of this, and more to learn. You can do this. I know if you've kept all those emotions in a box. I'm a Capricorn moon. If you know anything about astrology, you know I keep my emotions in a box. But the thing is I am a Cancer sun and a Cancer Mercury. So by doing that, I am literally putting myself and my expression in a box and saying, no, nobody gets to see that. Nobody gets to hear that. And I think personally, with those placements, I have this on a very intense level. But anyone here, you are being called to stop putting your emotions in a box. Stop putting yourself in a box. Let yourself be birthed into the world. The birth is life and death, rebirth, Scorpio energy, being reborn. You were being reborn in this time, and if you actually know anything about birth, it is intense. Your whole understanding of what the world has been a womb, and you are being pushed through a hole that is significantly smaller than you, squeezed out, and all of your senses are now being hit for the very first time in a way they have never experienced. And this rawness of that birth, and your whole world experience feels like it is crumbling. But the crumbling is going to allow you to express. You have to embrace the tower, the change, the emotional expression, the release. Cut what has held you back, what has bound you. Face your demons, your devils, your past, and do it with plan, with balance, not recklessly charging, because that's like, while this isn't, like, cups are usually emotion, what I'm seeing is just a very, it's like, because you're not accessing the emotions, they're coming out in different ways and like sabotaging your foundations, making you feel like you're not balanced. It's the root of your self-sabotage. From the title of this video. We're finding the root of your self-sabotage. I just pulled this book back out to start reading it again. Transforming Self-Sabotage into Self-Mastery. The Mountain is You by Brianna Wiest. That's awesome. Oh no, I lost the cards. I'll take care of that in a second. Alright. I think I have everything I wanted to say there. I think that's a very complete message of big transformations. Big transformations coming for you, but you have to be open to them. You have to be open to the truth. You have to allow yourself to feel those feelings. I mean, actually, where in your body is the emotion? And let it sit there, and it's not comfortable, I know. Crying 15 times, basically the entire time I was awake. I had to go to work, and I would be crying at work. I was crying while flossing my teeth. I was still doing my due, but like, my body was letting go of so much repressed emotion. And you've got to let it go, my guys. You've got to let it go. I love you. I am sending you divine support at this time. My energy has to stay with me right now. But the universe, the divine, has enough to send to you. I don't have to send my own energy. I know I can call upon the universe to come and support you in this time. I love you. I care about you. I know you can get through this. You'll be okay. Right? So, if you like this reading, I would encourage you to please subscribe so you get notified when I am posting. But I trust that Spirit will guide you to my videos when you need to hear them as well. You can check out some of my other readings if you're feeling called to. I don't have any specific ones in mind to lead you to, but there's a recommendation here. And if you want daily card reads, I do quick daily card reads on my Instagram. Thank you so much for being here.